It is easy to let time slip by without a second thought. Green grass, the brightly shining sun, and her. 𝕎𝕤𝕚𝕠𝕞𝕞𝕓𝕤 Junior Homeroom 8, she was there. I just want to give her a little gift along with her lost diary. But I was being consumed by the school. Run and crouch. Run L1, crouch square. You can either run or crouch. You're less likely to be discovered by a janitor when you're crouching. You'll feel dizzy if you run for too long. Take a break. Documents. You can find different documents throughout the school. These documents contain various school secrets and tips on completing your objectives. If you're stuck and not making any progress, these documents might be very helpful. Magazine pickup instructions. This is a notice from the student body. If you haven't received the school magazine, please come pick up your copy at Junior Homeroom 6. New and transfer students are especially encouraged to get a copy as it contains information about the school and a school map. Save. You can save the game using the bulletin boards throughout the school. If you are dead or have to quit in the middle of the game, you can continue from the last save point. Please note that any unsaved data will be lost. Seven, the secret of the pond. A long time ago, there used to be a small pond between the main building and the auditorium. They say that the pond was created by a bomb during the war, and it had obliterated a refugee tent that had been pitched there. Obviously, every refugee in the tent died. It was said that the bottom of the pond was tinted red with their blood. There is another story about the pond as well. If you write to your crush asking them to come to the pond and they show up, you'll live happily ever after with them. A warning though, if your crush doesn't show up, then you'll die by the pond's curse. D, a quiet and shy student, had a crush on an older student named C. Her crush deepened and she couldn't deal with her long time anymore. She finally decided to write a letter to C and wait at the pond. But her letter never made it to him. The letter passed through many hands, but somewhere down the line, it got lost. Dee had no idea her letter was never delivered and waited for him all night at the pond's edge. The cold night spent by the pond caused her to come down with a serious fever, and she had to miss school for quite some time. After Dee narrowly recovered, she returned to school and was even quieter and more timid than before. Her friends tried as much as they could to console her, but she ended up transferring to a different school. It was only a few days later that her body was found floating in the pond. It is said that on the night with the waning moon, a ghost appears who silently looks from the outside of the building. They say that the water-bloating ghost with eyes gleaming wildly underneath dripping wet hair searches for the boy who has her letter. test provides a good guideline for beginners. You won't receive any text on normal level or above. Building maintenance status. As of March 9th, the installation of a light fixture next to the workshop is scheduled to be completed by tomorrow. Please make sure to tidy up all tools and ladders after their use. The wiring of the workshop is currently under repair. To workers, please do not close the steam valve of the ventilation window. Interactions. When an interactive subject is near you, circular icon will be displayed. You can interact by moving the pointer and clicking on X. You can move the pointer slowly by holding R2 down and moving. You can acquire items or documents. If there are usable items, their images will be displayed. If you go near an open door, a circular icon will pop up. You can press X to open or close the door. If the door is closed, it'll say you can use the key only if it's the right one. If no key message pops up, the door can't be opened with your current status. Lights. There must be a sufficient light around you to acquire items, documents, or to interact with objects. You can turn on the lights in the classroom by pressing the light switch. Light switches are marked with a small light so you can easily find them in the dark. Light switches are easily found near the door. A note from the class president. Because of you, the chemical solvent was taken from me by the teacher. I think he's mad about that time you were fooling around and spilling all over the garden and killed the trees. What am I supposed to do now? I have chemistry class tomorrow. You have to take care of this. You can either go and beg him, or if you aren't chicken, go get it yourself from the gym storage room safe. By the way, the kids say that he's very forgetful, so he hides the medals he's won in the storage room and uses them as a passcode for the safe. Healing items. You can recover health points and catch your breath by using items such as instant lunchbox, coffee, soya milk, tranquilizer, and first aid kit. Press use from the healing item. Tap the inventory. Map You can see the current location and the structure of the school by using the map. The area marked in red means that you have never visited the site. In a difficulty level below easy mode, you can check the guide that can help you with the scenario.
How do we get in?
Yeah, I wonder how we can do it. Oh my, you totally startled me just then.
You guys scared me too. Or sorry, I didn't know you guys were here.
Oh, I've seen him. He's a new transfer student.
Really?
Anyway, I'm leaving. See ya.
I'm 𝕎𝕚 Kim, homeroom 8.
I'm Hee-Min Lee, or homeroom 8. 𝕎𝕚𝕚 is in the same homeroom as you, right?
What? You're into 𝕎𝕚 as well? Just like all the other boys. So why did you come to school at this hour?
That's none of your business, or, I left something here.
Fine. Keep it to yourself then. I'm glad that you're here. You are going to help me out.
Okay, what am I going to help you with? Or, no, why should I help you?
Look, don't be a jerk about it. Come on! Ji-hyun and I didn't know what we were gonna do. Goodness, a guy like you showed up. Definitely have what it takes to help me. Welcome! First time in the girls' bathroom?
Okay, just what kind of help do you need in here? Or So you want me to stand here and wait until you are done in there?
Why? Worried I want something weird? I left my book in the home ec room. I can't get in because it's locked. I happen to know that the keys are in the auto shop classroom, but it's locked as well. But you can crawl through that vent up there and get me the keys.
Alright, or no, you do it.
Thank you. I knew that you'd help. We'll need a ladder, and we'll also need some sort of cutting tool. Why don't you look around?
Construction area note: lighting repair work in the first floor of the main building. The workshop's wiring will be a larger job than anticipated. The repair calls for more extensive construction work. Removal of the ventilation connecting the workshop, home economics room, and the bathroom will be necessary.
If you look around the school, you'll be able to find the things you need.
Puzzles. Some puzzles need to be solved using a cursor. You can work on the area when the circular changes to a hand. Click on X, move objects, and solve puzzles. Installation engineers know the pre-existing wire is twisted and the metal wires are seriously corroded. It will take a few more days to fix this mess. The cause of the corrosion is unknown. If the corrosion leads to an overload, thus triggering the alarm to go off, it can be shut down temporarily by connecting the third and fourth sockets.
Not bad. Thanks a lot.
This school seems dangerous. I think the janitor is crazy too. Or, next time do it on your own.
Nobody likes an unchivalrous man. Oh, but did you know? This school used to be a hospital during the Korean War. Rumor has it the whole school is haunted because so many people died here during that time. Maybe the rumor's true. I mean, especially on a night like this. Oh! Did I scare you? I guess you don't like ghost stories, huh? Oh, the doors are probably all locked by now. They lock all the doors after 10, except for the lecture hall lobby, that is. If we want to leave, we have to go to the lecture hall. You know the new building, lecture hall, and here are all connected, right? Here. This is the key to that hallway there. Could you open it on your way out? Go ahead. I still have something to do. Huh? You didn't leave yet?
That was close. If you sneak in at night, the janitor gets terribly angry. If he catches you, the punishment is harsh.
Punished? Is that what you call punishment? Or he looks crazy.
That's scary. Why would you say something like that? You're the transfer student. I'm in your homeroom. Remember?
No, I don't think I do. Sorry. Or yeah, you were with 𝕎𝕚𝕚 earlier today, right?
You know 𝕎𝕚𝕚? Well, I guess everybody knows her, actually. I'm 𝕸ℂ𝕠𝕚. You're Hee-Min Lee, right? Anyway, what are you doing here at this hour?
I have something to give to 𝕎𝕚𝕚, or I'm just running some errands.
Oh, really? Tell me something. I always see you alone. Don't you have friends?
I've got you. Or don't worry about it. I like being alone.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, that's right. But you'll make more soon. Okay, I'm going to go now. Be careful.
Janitor will chase after you if he finds you while he's on patrol. Be careful when you turn on the light or run, because the chance of getting caught by the janitor will increase. In a difficulty level below normal mode, you can check the stats of the janitor with the eye-shaped icon. Lighter. You can turn off and on the lighter with using a lighter lets you brighten the area without getting caught by a janitor, but the area is very limited. Lighter will turn off if you run, so be careful. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to offend nobody and I don't want to butcher nobody's name. And so I'm just read around it. 5. Ghost Tree. M quickened her steps towards the classroom. Whatever sunlight there was had now completely disappeared, and the school was covered in darkness. M was annoyed with her friends. They had stopped on their way home to chat with her, even though she was still busy cleaning. They didn't even offer to help and just left her on her own when they ran out of things to talk about this. Made M uneasy as White High School was full of scary rumors. To make matters worse, she saw no students around today. She found the echoing of her own footsteps quite nerve-wracking. Her anxiety grew even more when she saw the potted tree in the corner of the hallway. This plant used to belong to her homeroom teacher last year. It reminded her of him and what happened that year. Her homeroom teacher, Mr. B, taught Chinese. He was quiet and had a thin build. He gave off a sad vibe. He wasn't friendly at all, not even trying to connect with his students or fellow teachers. He did, however, seem interested in maintaining his plants. He took extra care of the plant in his homeroom, junior homeroom too. He cared for his plant so much that he checked on his plant during every class break. Then one day a student accidentally dumped chemical solvent on Mr. B's favorite tree. The tree turned black and shriveled up completely. Afraid of repercussions, the student replaced the tree and decided to burn the old one. Even his friends were in on his plan. Together they moved the dead plant to the incinerator and lit it on fire. The dead tree easily caught fire and was soon burning with billowing black smoke. When the flames grew more intense, the scream was heard. It was like the burning tree was screaming out in pain. That's when Mr. B came running. Watching his favorite tree burning made him go crazy. Before anyone could reason with him, he dashed into the open flames to be with his favorite tree in the fire. Both Mr. B and the tree were engulfed in flames. In a matter of seconds, no one spoke. Everyone was in shock from what they had just observed. Judging from the matching statements from the students involved, the police decided that it was a case of suicide by delusion. M was there that day at the incinerator. That's why every time she saw a plant Mr. B used to care for, it made her shiver. She normally made an effort to not pass through where the plants were. She would have walked around it today too if she wasn't in such a hurry. M tried hard to calm herself down when she saw a light on in a nearby homeroom. She heard someone moving there too. Scared of being left alone in a dark building, she was happy to see there was someone else in school. She quickly opened the classroom's door, but what she saw was the back of a man in front of a plant. M froze in terror when she realized what she was seeing. This was her homeroom from last year, junior homeroom too. The man slowly turned around and faced M. He was holding a dog's corpse with his belly ripped open and his other hand covered in blood. Behind him, M could see that blood and organs were covering the leaves and stems. He slowly approached M and said, "Oh good, I was running out of food for my tree." Notice for maintenance, new installation notice. To avoid constant replacement of locks and keys used in the school, we have purchased a machine that can combine and disassemble keys and have placed it in the workshop. We ask the faculty management to train all involved parties on the usage and maintenance of the machine. 1. Combining instructions. Put 2 small keys in the tray. Pull the lever to combine the keys. You cannot combine a key that has already been combined. 2. Disassemble instructions. Put a combined key on the tray. Pull the lever to disassemble the key. The current keys in the mailbox throughout the school will be replaced with the combined keys. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Four, a woman locked in a closet. T was serving detention again. He was made to write an essay to apologize for beating someone up that afternoon. The real problem T had was that he was the only one being punished. He suspected that the boy he fought was from a wealthy family. T knew the faculty coordinator was corrupt enough to take bribes. Unlucky day, he thought. His arm felt like it was going to fall off from all the writing he did. To top it off, it was also hurt from the fight. The other student couldn't beat him fair and square, so he had grabbed a broom and swung it at T. It was a moment that T had just taken away the broom that the faculty coordinator showed up. Because of that, T ended up getting beaten even more. Thinking about everything that happened made him angry again. He tried to calm himself down and was determined to beat up the boy. As soon as he came to school tomorrow, suddenly he heard a clattering sound in the closet behind him. It sounded like a mouse was trapped inside. Since the building was very old, it wasn't rare to find a mouse in school. He tried to ignore it and concentrate on writing his essay, but the clattering sound continued. Already agitated, T violently threw open the closet doors. What he found was not a mouse. There was rumors that a ghost head had been seen flying out of that closet. There were also rumors that male students had been found inside the closet with their bodies crushed and mangled. The teachers tried to contain him, but the story spread like wildfire. According to rumors, the school was used as a concentration camp for political prisoners during the occupation. Many people died here after being tortured with dishonor of being labeled traitors. One of these tortured souls included a woman who was arrested on behalf of her husband who dodged conscription during the war. She was tortured viciously to reveal the whereabouts of her husband but kept her silence. In the end, they locked her up in a specially designed closet where she could neither lie or sit. She died slowly in agony without being able to move. It was after the war ended that her corpse was recovered. It is said that they had difficulty putting her body in a coffin because her neck and knees were bent stiffly at odd angles. Students believe that her ghost still wanders around in the walls of the school. It's said that if you open a closet at night, she will stick out her twisted neck to claim her next victim. Faculty Maintenance Request Slip. Faculty Maintenance Request Slip submitted by Faculty Office Head Teacher. Request to Faculty Maintenance Department. Request: there's a creaking noise coming from the third floor hallway in front of the music room in the main building too. We suspect that the wooden boards are worn out. There's a risk of it coming completely loose, endangering the students. It is urgent that the board is repaired as quickly as possible. Note in the janitor's mailbox. Look, mister, I've temporarily locked the second floor lobby door because some of the kids are sneaking into the auditorium passageway that's been shut down. If you need the key, you can find it in the key box at the main office. I left the password inside the toolbox that we always use. Collections. You can complete the ghost collections in the game by collecting all kinds of ghost stories and encountering different ghosts. You can also collect various endings by clearing the game. Check your collected items and achievements process in main screen collections.
Oh, I've seen you. What are you doing here at this hour?
I wanted to return your diary, or I wanted to give you some candy.
What? You came here just to do that?
Yeah, I saw Ji-hyun too. Or, then what about you? Are you here to meet with Ji-hyun?
Ji-hyun is here too?
You will see the remaining time displayed on the top left once it starts. You cannot save the game while time-limited puzzles are in process. Please keep this in mind. Purchase request slip requested to main office, submitted by Hiking Club. Request insect repellent spray. Reason: to prevent damage caused by insects while participating in outdoor activities. Warning: keep away from the heat and open flames as the content is extremely flammable. Scribble note: remember, left then right, right then left, 95, 94, 86, 83. Don't wear a hat when seeing the school nurse. I think she hates hats. Sometimes you need molecular movements in order to solve the puzzles. Use the move the cursor and select the area to manipulate. Clues are hidden in various places. Collect clues, find the password, and solve the puzzle. Biology class notes. Spider, arthropods that are arachnids. What they weren't bugs, 8-legged eel, 6 to 8 eyes, body parts are head, chest, and stomach. What's the difference? There's a wandering kind and a settling kind. They can't chew, they dissolve their prey with their stomach fluids. Gross. Its thin bones and squishy body makes it hard to make a preserved specimen. Then how they make the one in the biology lab. Next week's assignment is measuring a spider's weight using the specimen. The teacher promised to tell a scary story if the class ends early next week. I'm excited. Truth Finder 4 Newspaper Fall Issue. Is fall the season for suicide? According to statistics, people with specialized jobs commit more suicides than the average people. Gender-wise, more women tend to commit suicide than men, and more adolescents, those in their 20s and 30s, and the elderly are subject to suicide. Statistics also show that suicide rates peak during spring and fall. Just with these facts, it can be argued that rather than being rational, the motives of suicide are often emotional ones. In most cultures, suicide is treated as a crime or escaping from reality. In the religious standpoint, it is considered a sin. Suicide is one of the choices that God has granted humans, but it also has the greatest punishment. Researchers today say that broken identity, anxiety, and stages of hopelessness lead to suicide. Especially for teenagers, it's most commonly caused by mental stressors. Mental stress causes serious damage to people who do not pose a fully developed sense of self. In such case, it's crucial for the people around the at-risk to show continuing support and interest. A person ready to commit suicide feels that they are at a crossroads. They choose death when they decide that life is meaningless. Let us not forget that we do not need some grand reason to continue on with our lives. Life is meaningful enough as being an opportunity to grow and better yourself. The support from loved ones can greatly reduce the chance of suicide. Life can be meaningful even in a simple breath. Choose Finder 3, Newspaper Summer Issue, The Secret of the Storage Room. Our school is pretty good about maintaining lost belongings. The school rule is that unless an owner is found, lost items will be kept indefinitely. They are stored by the dates they were found and grouped in boxes accordingly. The items that have been unclaimed for long periods of time are stored separately. Oddly enough, there are some expensive and rare things that can be found here. The items in this storage room can be used by anyone. Now let's talk about the secret of this storage room. The room gives off a cold and creepy feel, like in a haunted house. Some say it's because it's where all the unwanted items are stored, but others speculate it's because of the items left by people who've killed themselves. Let's take a look at the following story. C found a cushion that she really liked. She was worried that the cushion would be claimed before it was thrown into the forever lost box. In the end, the cushion made its way to her, but she lost it shortly after, and the cushion was returned to the storage room by someone else. C went to the lost and found and took the cushion back, but somehow the cushion found its way back to the storage room. This went on for a while before she finally gave up. A former graduate recalls a time when he was shocked when entering the storage room. A music box he had seen in the storage room while he was attending the school 10 years ago was still there in the exact same condition as it was back then. Perhaps there really are items possessed by ghosts in that room. Another mystery is that the quality of the lost items seems to be maintained at a certain level at all times. Classroom Materials 1, Oriental Studies, Interesting Theory of the Five Elements. Teacher, Vice Principal. Let's learn about the five elements, the foundation of Oriental studies. The five elements are often only thought of as part of Eastern philosophy. This is why the importance of the five elements have been lost in the modern world today. The five elements represent the changes and the properties of everything in this universe. They are expressed in these 5 symbols: wood, fire, earth, metal, water, Chinese characters. The 5 elements describe the changes and the nature of the universe and can be expressed as birth, growth, collection, union, and change. The first element, wood, represents birth. Fire represents a stage of growth. Metal represents a stage of collection. Water represents a stage of union. Finally, earth represents a soil upon which the previous 4 elements progress, symbolizing a stage of change. "17. The voice that beckons me." A and B were very close classmates. A always took care of B, who was very fragile. B was always thankful for A for that. Without A, B knew it would be impossible to have a normal school life. To B, A was the most important person in the world. Then one day there was an accident at the school. There was a fire in the old school building, and unfortunately B was inside. B could not escape and died in the fire. A was deeply saddened by B's death. She could almost hear B screaming out A's name, begging to be saved. In the imagination of A, the desperate voice calling for help from B slowly filled with resentment. A felt very sad and thought that B's death was her fault. After that, A did not step outside her room. A's mind was full of thoughts about B. Even while asleep, B would appear in a dream of A, resenting A for not being there to save B. Being awoke was no different. The voice of B always followed A. A knew it was an auditory hallucination created by her sadness and guilt, but A was in agony nevertheless. A began to lose weight day by day, suffering from the pain and guilt. Then one night, A quietly snuck out of her home to visit the school. A passed a bench in the school field where they always sat and chatted with each other, and arrived at the spot where B died. A heard the resentful voice of B even there. A thought it was time to end her agony. To escape the sadness and guilt of losing a friend she loved, A chose suicide. A thought that going to where B was now would be the only way to escape from the haunting voice of B. A chose to hang herself. The pain was so great that A couldn't breathe until her sight slowly faded away. As if coming to greet A, the face of B appeared faintly in front of her. The face of B, glowing with the hazy blue light, was smiling brightly. B's face came closer and whispered, "Thanks, I needed you to die so I can live again." A struggled to breathe to save herself from her fate. The voice that just whispered was the voice of B, the same voice that had been following A ever since B died. A wasn't hearing things, the voice was real.
Hey! Why are you still here? Anyway, what was that noise I heard?
𝕎𝕚𝕚𝕥's gone, or a big tree monster kidnapped 𝕎𝕚𝕚.
Tree? Are you insane? I don't understand what you're saying. Why are there so many guys in this school who are completely obsessed with 𝕎𝕚𝕚? She's not even that pretty. Hey, come on, be honest. Are you here this late because you're into 𝕎𝕚𝕚 as well? Is it? Because tomorrow is WhiteDay.
It's none of your business, or, that is,
Have it your way then. Look, wake up, stupid. You think you're the only one 𝕎𝕚𝕚 bewitched with that face of hers? You don't know this, but she's a manipulative witch.
Really? Is 𝕎𝕚𝕚 really like that? Or I think you're being rather rude.
Are you taking her side? And that's not all. There are a ton of totally strange rumors about her. Rumor has it, 𝕎𝕚𝕚... Huh? Did you hear something just now?
Go after Sungay, or go to where the sound is coming from.
What are you doing in here? Tell me, what happened earlier?
Are you alright? Are you hurt? Or you could at least say, thanks for rescuing me.
Are you saying you saved me? I can't remember anything. I woke up on the floor of a completely different room. I have a feeling that tonight is very different. Maybe the day is here. You know something too, don't you?
There was a piece of wood that looked like a talisman. All I did was put that piece in place, or I'm curious about what is going on here.
You really don't know anything at all? All right, that's fine. This school has so many hidden secrets. I'm gonna go now. If you want to leave the school, go to main building too.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you like. Until next time, bye.